いつも君と待ち続けた季節は何も言わず通り過ぎた。雨はこの街に降り注ぐ少しのリグレットと罪を包み込んで泣かないことを誓ったまま時は過ぎ痛む心に気がつかずに僕は一人になった記憶の中でずっと二人は生きてゆける君の声が今も胸に響くよ。それは愛がさまよう限り君は少し泣いた。見えなかった。
Very well.
Well.
Hey. Pardon me.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. You must think we're just Danins from the town.
Whatever's going on, these are Bull Run soldiers. Watch yourself.
I'll smash you!
More for the stockpile!
I'm gone!
Here! Back into the fray!
Dragon form!
Arrow swarm! Here's your arm! Here it comes! Mine! Confiscated!
Flash my shot!
Now! It's over! Astral energy! Full throttle!
A flawless victory!
Naturally!
Dragon form!
Make it rain!
Yeah.
Hey. You don't say. Well? How?
Oh, wow!
So then,
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy, not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts. Always good to be back in familiar territory.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Geneth Haros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Dahnans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganath Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dahna.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Dahnans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
You worked hard today too, didn't you, sweetie?
This is a true masterpiece, no less than culinary art.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Do you mind if we chat a bit?
Now there's something I never thought I'd hear you say.
Remember when we talked about what it was like for me growing up? Well, I thought it only fair that I also get to ask what you were like as a child.
My childhood? Maybe you missed the memo that was going around, but I can't remember anything of my past.
I know. Just whatever you can remember. There's gotta be something, right?
Let me think. Well, have I ever told you about my army days? Back when I used to serve under a Dahnan master?
Yeah, but that must have been after you were already grown up, right? Do you happen to remember anything from back when you were younger?
Actually, I remember I had a kid with me.
You had a kid?
No, of course not. The child's father was another soldier. Back in those days, we risked our lives for a master we'd never even seen. We just fought for them and didn't even question it. When that kid's dad died and I saw them sitting there crying, I felt this bitter, indescribable feeling. It was like I was drinking something toxic that I knew I shouldn't, but couldn't stop. It was strange. I never understood why I reacted like that. Soldiers died every day. It wasn't anything new.
What it tells me is that deep down, you were the same man then as you are now. You've never been able to accept injustice in the world.
If you keep talking like that, you're going to embarrass me. I wonder whatever happened to that master and poor kid. Not that there's any way of knowing now. You know, I just remembered that kid was good at sewing dolls. They gave me one once. It was a good luck charm to protect me.
Dolls? I think it's time we go to sleep. Morning. Ready to head out?
This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
I won't forgive you!
Now or never.
Going in!
In a bind?
You're mine! Ice tornado! Wind astral energy! It's a duel of the arts!
Flying free!
Leave the enemy's arts to me!
Shion, can you take
No place here! Anything in armor is all mine!
I'm not done! We've turned the tables on him.
Here I come!
More left!
Right.
How do
No
you
time
like
to hold
being
back.
pounded into
You're
shape?
mine!
Laser cyclone!
It's over! Plasma shot!
Judgment spin!
Stardust!
If it's in the
Now!
sky, it's mine!
Astral energy! Full throttle! Not too shabby, if I do say so myself.
Far more than the power I can conjure alone, that's for sure.
Was that a compliment?
Gotta break through!
How about this?
Stop!
Hydration orb!
Take this!
Laser spear!
Eat this!
Are those arms even natural? Let's get you out of the way!
Prepare to be seen! In an instant!
Impact
Cross!
Here I go!
Into the shadows!
You're mine!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me!
This one's all mine!
This one! He wants to handle?
Take this!
This one's mine!
Take this!
Falling
Not
storm!
on my watch!
Make it rain!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Sword and shield!
A classic combination. Do my best. All mine.
You picked the wrong fight!
I can carve through armor!
Here!
Tiger Blade!
Here's evil!
Ryan Power!
Bet that shell's hiding something
Now!
dangerous.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Here, let me help.
My turn!
On guard!
Its armor's too strong!
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest! Hurricane Thrust! Astral Point!
That's my cue!
You're mine! Shut him down!
This one's mine! Inferno Clothing!
You're finished!
Let's get you off the way!
On guard! Ready to go! Far enough!
You're mine! Blast the shot!
Do it! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
There! Help this! Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
Is that the Zoogle we were told to dispatch?
I won't forgive you!
You're mine!
This one's mine! On guard!
Blast the
Good
shot!
shot!
Here goes! Into the
Be careful, everyone! This one isn't normal!
Now! Get behind me! Don't believe!
Here, all yours, Kisara!
Now!
It's
On
time!
guard! A freezing storm!
Eat dirt! Not a chance!
This one's
Megasonic
mine!
thrust!
Ice tornado!
Dragon swarm! Blast the shock!
This one's mine!
Here's evil!
Tear!
Freeze Lancer!
Flaming meteor! Ryan Powell!
Here's the
roar!
Seems about right to me.
That's far enough!
Take this!
Where are you going?
Crush!
Now you see what I can do!
Leave the chargers to me!
None shall
Denied!
escape my judgment!
You're the flame inside me! You're
Now, we managed to turn the tide!
For now,
picked the wrong
but things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay alert.
The enemy wields arcs too.
We'll soon see about that.
Do it! Round and pound!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Not a chance!
Not by a long shot.
Lunar blast!
Dragon Swarm! Megasonic Thrust! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Firmament Render! Gemini Aqua!
Shield and make!
Radiant
Come
Wall!
here!
This one's mine!
Make it rain!
This one's all mine! Eat dirt!
Radiant
Shut up,
Fire
Dark!
Field!
Looks like we got them all.
That looks like the Zoogle we were told about.
No choice!
Did you see this coming?
One more! Thunder Field!
Let's try harder! Not a chance! Mega
Speed is in high! Get back it out again! Here's my target!
We got flyers!
I've got this! Let him march you handle it!
All yours!
Light and ready!
No escape!
Falling storm!
Megasonic
Not in
Thrust!
your dreams! Annihilate!
It's over!
Target blade!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Make it rain! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Wow! Look what I just found.
There it is. That's our target.
Get lost!
You're mine!
I never miss! Thunderblade!
Inferno Crossing! Hurricane This one's all mine!
May 1,000 gales
Stun
tear you
us!
to shreds!
Ignite!
How about this?
You're mine!
No armor!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Hear me! Flame of
Now!
Firmament
Hurricane
Render!
Blast! Stun us!
Can't get out of this!
Arrow
Soaring Light Sphere!
Make it rain!
River!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
I've been doing really great lately.
All we have to do is get rid of that thing, right?
Hi, Hoodle!
Take this!
Here's
Here!
evil! Sleep now!
Dragon Swarm! Plasma Shock!
Shattering of
They may look cute and stuff,
Right
but
here.
they're
I got it.
This one's all mine!
Reload!
Burn in hell!
Now!
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis! Will this help?
Now!
My fists are crushing it out there!
Go no further!
Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine.
Pierce!
Dragon
Dragon Swarm! I'll take you all on! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! You're finished!
your dreams!
Here I come!
Going in.
Dragon Fist
Where
one's
are
all
you
mine!
going? Make it rain.
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
The earth throbs in pain.
Here goes.
Dragon Swarm! Ignite! Dragon Swarm! Megasonic Thrust! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a
My
healing
turn!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Lightning!
Not a chance!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Let's refrain from losing.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harros.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shionne?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
Yeah. You did it!
Really?
Yeah.
What's gotten into him?
He says instead of making a Zoogle sign, we should be making a Hootle sign.
He's feeling threatened by a rival.
No way! All right. Having to inform her mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Sorry.
Yes.
All right.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but...
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There are Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
We've reached our destination.
I think Hootle senses something.
Yes.
What?
I'm afraid not.
I'm sorry.
Rinwell.
Huh?
Good.
Right.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However you managed it, you knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almeidrea killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the Resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, Sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, Law.
You're welcome?
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast. Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Ganath Haros.
Agreed. We'll start looking for a way out tomorrow. For now, we should spend the day resting up while we can.
What?
What's that noise?
Alvin, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is... transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balseph too. You saw her, right, Xion? Xion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelegion.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganath Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
I bet the whole of Dana's losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave, that's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on. We don't have much time.